diagram on product management is like Mona Lisa on every product management slide deck, on every other talk that we see. I was wondering, have you ever considered adding a fourth circle? If yes, what that fourth circle would be?
I don't know if it's a Mona Lisa. It might be much more like the early Leonardo da Vinci sketches or something like that. But it had an unintended impact, I think, for sure.
This year, there's been this lot of talk about a new type of a role called the AI product manager. However, the AI product manager might not come, or do we need to be like B2B product managers or B2C product managers, or will there be an AI product managers? Or do you see that the role of product manager fundamentally change from the time you wrote the book?
I think it's definitely a continuation of that evolution, right? So I agree with you. I'm not 100% convinced we need a specialization AI product manager. But then I would also argue you don't need a specialization of B2B or B2C product manager. It's the same job, right? We're still solving customer problems. The complexity and the different stakeholders change based on the market. But I think, as we were talking about just now around the evolution that I've seen, right, from PRDs and kind of very waterfall process into much more agile and Scrum into, the iterative product operating model that we're in today, I think AI is just a natural continuation of that. Don't get me wrong, I think AI is massively impactful. Like, I think it's as big or bigger as the mobile or the web. Like, it is a massive step change in both what we build and how we build. And it's going to impact every product person out there. And
how does one become a product manager? What are the skills to get a job? Probably in Level Labs or those, cutting edge companies like that.
Yeah, my sense is, looking at some of the people who have joined those companies recently and founded those companies, it's really generalists, right? I think that's a big, talking about skills actually for the future. I think it's embracing that product management mindset of a generalist mindset of not just, how do we look at our team and lots of different skill sets, but I think what makes great product people in general and looking at these organizations specifically is people who are, yes, they understand product, but they also understand design. They also understand technology. They've been playing around with these Gen AI tools since the day they came out. They are very much involved in all of it, and therefore can do more as individuals than maybe even a whole team can. And so I think that's one of those like level up things as well that you see. And when you're building a team or thinking about a team, like thinking about not just the old culture fit that we used to talk about, but as my friends say, always reminds me to talk about culture add, right? What can I add to this culture that would actually bring a new perspective or a new insight to bear on what we're trying to work on? And whether that's a different educational background, a different socioeconomic background, just different experience, again, B2C, B2B, different industries, how can we bring something more academic or research-based to it? All of these different things, I think, as we build out teams, really enrich how we build products. So I think it's just something to embrace rather than challenge.